All right, let's talk about it, chat. We're going to do some CDL analysis. We're going to do some CDL analysis of the grand final. Just kind of see what happened there, right? Let's run it. It's Optic versus Thieves. We're going to do the map one, basically break down the full map. All right, man, let's get into it, chat. Let's see what's going on. So I'm just going to watch the game play out and kind of just see, like, anyone making good plays, mistakes, and kind of what's going on. The biggest thing is just the pacing. These two were, like, the best teams at their venue, and they played like it as well. So really, really good map there. So off the break, you see 2 go down, 3 go down. So Optic are just going to keep spawning blue side right now. So what Merc did there, like, this is just what I mean by playing your life sometimes. So, like, off the break, like, his whole team loses numbers, right? So it's kind of chalked in terms of getting the hill. So right now, his whole team have died. So from Merc's POV, like, his job now is to try and stay alive and get some kills. So as soon as he gets the first kill, like, he gets a second as well. This was, like, an extra kill. He didn't have a right to get that second kill. Like, he shouldn't have got the second kill. But he ends up getting it, and then you see he plays his life. And now you see Hydra's kind of looking for him. So you can actually see no one's actually able to take space statue. Like, technically, Neum could have pushed up, but Scrap could have pushed up there, but they decided not to. And you could see now, Optic have a little bit more opportunity. So realistically, when they got 3 down, you expect them to take... Look, if they killed Merc there, then they could push through, take space, get annoying. But that's why sometimes you just play for kills. And now, look, now they kind of played a bit more reserved. And it just gives space to Optic. Because now he ends up dying. But by the time Merc does die, his team are back in the fight. So whenever you're in that situation where you're 1v2, 1v3, just get a kill or 2 and back away, because now you just mess up their flow. And that's exactly what he did really well there. And you see it works out great because now Optic break. That's all because of Mercules. Now Dashi gets a 2-piece, but for me, the start was the most impressive. What a big 2-piece from Merc. Okay, let's keep going through. Now they get 4 down. And like I just mentioned about taking space, really interesting because you can see who's taking space. It's going to be the AR. And a lot of people think, oh, ARs can't take space. It has to be a sub. It's all about where you are on the map more than anything. So right now he goes through and look what he does. Dashi gets across. He's literally behind them now. So now he's just kind of playing this deep angle. And look, great movement, great kill. That's 3 down, 4 down. Because Dashi's at the back blue, he's blocking it now. They're going to spawn them the other side. So Hook's going to go and cut the map. Great centering, great push through. And now, if I kind of pause it here, just in terms of like the setup they have, you can see with only 15 seconds left, they've essentially pushed Optic all the way back. Do I really want to watch this? Don't worry, it's only this map. It's only this map. I'm not going to lie. I don't do VODs on Optic losing. I don't do VODs on Optic losing. I'm too biased. Yeah, me and Hassad are going to do the breakdown tomorrow of the CDL rosters and stuff. So if you guys want to watch that, we'll be live tomorrow. But right now, look how pushed up they are. So you can see, like, they've kind of got them trapped in this area. I actually don't even mind, like, Mercury's backing away and kind of watching this area and, like, watching the overextension. But they pushed up so far. It's what all good teams want to do. So, look, they pushed up hella far. Like I mentioned, Merc's going to back away. He's playing for this initial wave there. Thieves do a really good job of playing out and kind of playing their life there. And, you know, it now relies on Merc and Dashi to stay alive, which they do a good job of. But Thieves just win all the gunfights. That's just what happens. Sometimes kills break setups. Like, even if the setup's godlike, kills just break it. And that's just going to happen. Look at number 4. I really like the route of number 4. I actually talk about this route quite a lot. And I think not enough people do it, in my opinion. But I really, really like the route of pushing through and pinching tunnel, because 1, you clear the overextension so no one comes through, you know that, and 2, it's like when you're breaking through front, you're always watching front and top P1. It's a little bit rare to watch tunnel. It's not as used. So I just love the route because I think it just like a little bit unexpected. And look, he goes through, he ends up catching number 6 by surprise. And what I think he should do here is back away. I think if he backs away there and like plays his life, it's good. It ends up not matter, like doesn't matter right now. They end up getting broken. So I think in that moment, I actually think that's more like he does his job. I don't know why no one watches the side door. I'm quite interested to see what happened there. So I think 2 is trying to help number 3 there. I'm surprised no one really helped side door here. Like they all kind of watch the front, especially with Neum pinching through front. I'm surprised that no one watched side door there. They end up getting through. That was a good break from Optic. Both teams with good breaks there. Now Optic are going to have a 4 down. Neum goes through, gets taken down. Now you can see number 3 and 4 trying to hit the route. So now with 20 seconds or 30 seconds left, it's not about the spawns right now. It doesn't really matter. It's just about trying to break. And again, Optic do a great job pushing through, getting all the kills. The trades go in. And it's just a trade fest. That's what happens at the highest level. It's just going to be trade after trade after trade. Who's going to set up new? Who's going to be the first to the new hill? It's probably going to be number 8 here trying to get that first rotation. So Dashi clears old, great kills there, to be fair, gets a big 10 seconds. Not only does he get the 10, he actually leaves them off it as well. And I want to go through like the way they break this as well. You can see they're actually not deciding to go through blue. This is actually an option. They're deciding to kind of hit through this middle side and like take their time. And it's all about how you want to break. This is why it's important to be a squad. So you see they're kind of far playing this as well. So you see how Dashy's playing this. He's not trying to scam. He knows they've got blue control. He's just trying to get a pick. He goes through, he ends up dying or getting a kill there, insane kill, and then are breaking super well. So just as a team, they pinched like very, very, very aggressive there, and just a great job. I would say right now, Optic are definitely ahead in terms of the arrows. I think Thieves both times have had like a good break, and you know, so far in the game, the score's reflecting on the arrows. Neum is shooting really well right now. The rest of the boys having a slow one, but I wasn't even looking at KD. I was looking at purely arrows. I also want to look at this setup, right? I want you to pay attention to number 2. So something that Thieves always tend to do, even last year, they were really good at, and like top teams are normally good at this, but do you notice how like they have this map control? A lot of times people stay like this, but look how far Hydra is as well. So what they're doing is they're basically stretching the map and trying to spawn them all the way there. So they're essentially having blue covered. That way we only have to worry about yellow and pinch until Hydra comes or dies. So whenever you're in a situation where you want to set up, you want to push forward, but the only downside and thing to be careful of is as the hill goes down, if number, who is this at the back, 4? If Neum dies, now, let's say Neum dies now, then Hydra could give them bad spawns. So Hydra's in a good spot if Neum stays alive. And that's why from Neum's perspective, he kind of has to stay alive here. He's going to go through, they're going to back away a little bit, and you can see again, they all shift their arrows together, and this is a fantastic hold from Thieves. Probably one of the best P3s you could get. The way they had the map spread, the arrows are looking fantastic. Just a really, really good hold from Optic, sorry, from Thieves there. Dashy's going through, shooting amazing, and again, big 4 down. So once again, you see from the side of Thieves, they got a big 4 down. Again, I'm not sure why they left the left there, because in my opinion, the left is like the most common route. So it was a bit strange to leave the left. Let's see how they kind of hold it. They give Optic like a pretty decent break, in my opinion. They recover well, though. They recover really well. Really, really well. Just great plays overall. You see Hydra's kind of watching this mid. They're all going to kind of flood front. He's not getting over aggressive, or he does now. Four should get the trade, though. Yep, great job from 4. Neum's having an insane series right now. Goes through 3 down. That's going to be the 4th. As soon as they get that kills, boom, you see he goes round. And once again, I want you to pay attention to Neum's route. When he gets this kill, he could easily push through the front, and I think it's actually a good play to push through the front. There's nothing wrong with it. But once again, he goes through the left and hits the tunnel route. So look, he goes through the left, hits that tunnel route. He's now going to reinforce the front through tunnel. So basically, the play is shifted over. So now Hydra covers the middle. Scrap has the front. Beezy's going to probably die because he's pushed out. But instead of overplaying through P1, Neum wraps round and pushes through tunnel. So he's going to reinforce this area here. Look at that. Neum reinforces it through tunnel. And because Hydra is P1, they just flood through the front. Now, you see Beezy and Neum kind of have each other's cross. This is probably something they worked on in terms of how they want to hold it. Scrap is going to hold the outer, and all 3 of them are there. And all Hydra has to do is block the spawn, which he's doing from being back there. So he's going to kind of block the spawn. He spawns them out. He's going to help through the front. And it's just a good, constant bit of pressure from the Thieves team. Now, with 8 seconds left, they don't mind if they spawn at the back. So you see them push through. Now they're actually like, you see Scrap identifies that, holds it from the front, and they're trying to now flip the spawns. But again, really good 2 hills from the side of Thieves there. Optic with a great recovery hill. Let's see what they can do in the P1 head. They got the setup. They got the 4 down. Once again, Shots, he's going to push up there. Doesn't quite read the pressure from number 3. And now they get the first blood. You've got to be really careful if you're Optic. They get through, they get another kill, they get taken down. And again, just like, I think the big thing with Thieves this game so far, their like team trades have been a little bit more effective. I feel like when breaking, I think Optic have had like some good setups, but Thieves had like P3 and P4 chained together. It's just been really good Call of Duty from both teams. Actually trying to break through the front. I made a video today, it's coming out tomorrow, but it's the importance of a pistol as an AR. This is what I'm talking about. It's just these scenarios, if you either run out of ammo or don't want to use your AR, like having a good pistol shot is so crucial as an AR, and I don't have that. I need to get better with it. I think it's so important. I really do. Great pressure up. That's fine. They're still going to spawn blue. So do you notice, again, look what Hydra does. I think this is something that people are a little bit slow with in general, like in rank play and in 8s and stuff, but right now, look at number 2. He's not sitting on hill. He knows they spawn here. He wants this side for the next hill, so he's just pushing out. And he's just trying to get aggressive, trying to get them before they make a move, and boom. If he gets that kill, he puts pressure on them. But even without that kill, they spawn Optic out, and that's exactly what you want. Now they know it's only Shotzzy there. He calls him out that he's weak. Look how much pressure they put on. They're all going for Shotzzy here. And in terms of Shotzzy, once again, it's good finesse from him, right? He gets one there, but look what Shotzzy does. So look, he gets one, he repositions, he backs away. He's trying to distract. Now, the reason why this is so important, look at the arrows here. How many arrows are chasing Shotzzy? They have 2 arrows chasing him. So him being here distracting is giving so much more space through the middle of the map so Optic can progress. And it's something that's so vital for a player in this scenario. If you're by yourself, yes, you're going to die. Try to delay your death. Try to buy time. If you could take out one with you like he does there, he's basically done his job to perfection. And now, if we can put some more pressure on them, we should have a chance of retaking this hill. In that case, it doesn't quite work out, but just a great job from Shotzzy there to delay the time. And Thieves just do such a good job of taking control of the kills. I think that's what Thieves did really good this game, is they were just able to kind of win those team trades when it matters the most. And once again, I love the Neum spot here. Like, look, he's doing the same thing as earlier. This time he's pushing through the right, Instead of pinching through tunnel this time, he's just going to hold it. So that you see he kind of holds it, gets a kill there, backs away and holds it. And if you actually look at Neum right now, he's just distracting. He ends up getting taken down there. A scrap comes for the trade. And it's just so much constant pressure from Thieves. Optic going through the front. And I have to say, both teams just playing so well. And the hardpoint is superb. Right now, Thieves are just having a few more successful trade gunfights. And it's resulting in the score. But both teams are just playing great hardpoint right now. In terms of the arrows, the trades, the pacing. It's very good to see. The new players are probably going to go new here. One of them might just cut old. So you see Dashy's kind of holding this lane, just like I mentioned. So Dashy's going to kind of hold them tight at old while his teammate rotates. And now you can see like what the situation is. So Optic have 2 players through tunnel. They know that the whole of the Thieves team are going to be coming through this blue side. So it's all about just getting kills here. Dashy is so important because if he dies, which he probably will here, they give up the whole pinch, they give up the whole of tunnel, where as long as he's alive, the whole of Optic can focus on the front. So if you're Neum right now, your job is to try and just distract because you have multiple arrows looking for you. You just don't want to lose his blue area. And sorry, not Dashy, Hook. Sorry, Hook was the one that was important there. Now that Hook's dead, just like I mentioned, they're going to collapse. I think Neum, if he plays his life for an extra second, look what happens. So Neum's like in a really good spot. I don't think he necessarily needs to push that. I am kind of cherry picking a little bit, but him pushing that, it does cause a little bit of, you know, oh, they're going to be pinching us. If he buys a few more seconds, Scrap has a perfect pinch. But now you can see they go through and Shotzzy is able to read it. So sometimes when you're in that scenario, like I mentioned earlier, you want to just buy time, play your life, so that your team can set up a pinch successfully. Right now, Optic aren't in the best spot. They're quite tight. Thieves are just going to slow play and try and break. Both teams, it's just going to come down to this next wave of kills, and then they're going to have good control. So, you know, Mercury's gets one, Hook gets a trade, and right now, that kill from Hook was so big, before's making the pinch. It works out pretty much even for both teams there, with Optic having a slight advantage of being on the hill. But once again, just great Call of Duty, great finesse from both teams, and just the trades are just really, really high quality right now. And this is what you want, aggression. Like, even Hook dying there, look what he does. This is a valuable death. He gets one, so he does his 25. He makes this player weak now, and he distracts. Shotzzy's able to get the trade. So in terms of numbers, they're just in a great spot. Dashy's watching the pinch. There's nothing else to watch here. So look at Dashy. He's going to go through, especially because Hook's pushed up. While Hook is standing here, he's technically blocking this spawn. So while he's standing there, Abizi was trying to spawn in, right? So as he stood there, Abizi spawns that side. So he knows while Hook is pinching, Abizi's going to be watching, sorry, Abizi's going to spawn up. So one player is going to be basically spawning out. He holds it, he waits for him, he gets a kill. Now, no one's blocking, they're all going to spawn yellow. So it's just, again, being super fast with the minimap, being aggressive. Shotzzy's going through, trying to make a play here. And what you notice about Shotzzy is he has a different style to Hook. Hook is very much in your face, get a kill, get a two-piece. Shotzzy's very much being a pain, right? So you see right now, who could probably go for the kill, try to get the kill on 2, and he's quite successful most of the time, where Shotzi's a little bit more sly with it. He's going to make an impact without being on the scoreboard, which is why I say, like, you can't judge Shotzi's plays purely by KD. It's the way he moves around the map, the time he buys. He's very influential in that regard. I think, personally, when I play, I'm more that style. Now, I don't think I execute as well as Shotzi, obviously, but I think I'm more that style where I try to play my life, try to finesse. I think there's just different styles. I think both are valuable and both are needed. I think you've got to be adjustable, and the best teams do that. This is the second rotation in a row where Thieves have had this P4 set up. See, again, I literally just said that point, right? Where Hook goes in and gets a 2-piece and makes things happen, where Shotzi does more fly things. But look what Hook does. He goes in, he gets a kill, gets a 2-piece, and you can't argue with that in terms of the effectiveness. It is just so effective. It really is. And look at that. That 2-piece completely transforms the hill. Now they're holding from the front. Because Mercury's a statue, they know they're probably coming through P1. No one's there. They're going to use their equipment. Mercury's gets one, gets taken. Oh, it doesn't get any, gets taken down. And now Thieves are going to wait. The Hellstorm's going to be able to help them break in. Really good use of the Hellstorm. They say they're able to get Dashy off the hill. And that's just where streaks come in clutch, man. That's where streaks come in clutch. And again, what a break from Thieves. Look at the patience. They get the first kill. I do think Hook over Charles here. And that's one thing I will say with Hook's playstyle. Sometimes during those moments where he might overheat and it could cost you, I think it's a perfect 20-second segment. He just made such a godlike 2-piece. And then I think he like overheats a little bit. He goes through middle. Instead of kind of holding middle where he is now, where he just slows them down, he actually overcommits to it while the cruise comes in. He ends up dying. And now, as soon as he dies, 6 loses his fight as well. And now the whole mid's clear. I'm not necessarily blaming him, but sometimes he can like get aggressive and it can cost him. I think that's just a part of the playstyle. It's kind of a risk to reward. If you're an aggressive player, sometimes you're going to lose the challenges, but when it works, it works. So I don't think it's like, oh, he's scammed. I think it's just the, you know, the playstyle. You see Hydra there doing the complete opposite, right? So this time he's the other side. He's just holding the corner. Shotzi overcommits. He gets the kill. And like I said, it's just about playstyle. And then Hydra ends up doing a bit of both. So he gets the first kill, goes through, slide cancels, get the second, backs away. Is able to help for Mercules, help to kill Mercules there. And once again, just a great hold from Thieves. Right now you're watching this match. In terms of the arrows, I think Thieves probably deserve the win so far. Optic are kind of hanging in here. But Thieves have been a little bit more dominant in terms of their setups, in my opinion. But yeah, Optic able to come back here. Even in the kills overall, you see it's very close here. Optic getting outstayed slightly, but for the most part, it's a very good close game. And this is what Colossus is. This is like the best version of Colossus. Everyone's even. Everyone's kind of banging it out. It's a trade fair. It's about pacing, speed, decision making, and it's just a good bang out map. Great way to start the grand finals. So whenever you get kills, you want to have speed, right? I always say speed. It's not just running for the sake of it. You see right now, Optic know they have to break blue side, right? And Thieves are being a bit more passive. But look what they do. They get the first kill from Merc. Then Shotzi gets a second. Again, Shotzi reading the pitch, great play. Because they get 2 kills now, and, you know, the first question you ask yourself, when you get the kills, how long left and what side do we want of the map? Those are 2 tied together. So for this answer, there's 15 seconds left, and we want blue side, which is this side. So because of that, we move fast to get the remaining 2. We know it's a 4v2, so all of the arrows are there. They're flooding in. Even if someone dies here, this is the beauty of it. Mercules dies there. If they were to kill Neum there quickly, right? If they killed Neum quick enough, Mercules would have spawned right there. So that's just, again, being fast, being annoying, being fast. And once again, look what Neum does. He gets the kill and plays his life. There's so much advantage in playing your life. You don't always have to get kills after kills. Sometimes playing your life is the best play. Look how long it took for them to kill him. It's just about delaying it. And now he kills him, the whole setup collapses. They're going to go through. Five's going to push up P1. He's going to get aggressive. Even though he dies there, he gets the information. Mercules gets a trade. And do you see how quick they were to trade? So who gets the kill? Pushes up. By the time he goes through, Mercules there to get the trade. It's a constant force of pressure this way. And the reason you want that pressure is because you have spawns, you're fine. You want to spawn them as far back as possible. Exactly what Optic are doing so well right now. They're pushing them constantly. Mercury's holding the top P1. And I think this is where Mercury's is a little bit different, a little bit more, I would say, disciplined. I think a lot of players here get the first kill and they kind of push through and get the second. But Mercules has such good discipline and read of the map. He just kind of holds this. He knows someone's going to push the stairs, and it gives him the 2-piece. And then he's able to back away and almost draw out the third, right? If you watch it, he's drawing out the third, and he ends up getting the third. That 3-piece is such a good example of Mercules and the value he brings to the team. It's also just a difference in pacing. Like, Hook's so bang out aggressive, the Merc's a bit more passive, Shotzi's a little bit more finesse, and what it does is it keeps the enemies a little bit confused, and it also just makes them like they just don't know what to do in those scenarios. But this was such a good 3-piece, and it's about cutting lanes without over forcing it. He gets 2, he's weak, he backs away, he plays the side. You see, look, Hydra watches the left, he goes through, boom, he jumps up, gets a 3-piece. Now he pushes up. Look at Merc's arrow at number 7. Look at number 7, he holds it again, he's holding P1 again, and he almost holds his P1 for this whole hill. He gets another kill, P1. He's staying here again. He's not overplaying it. Look, he's just holding it. He's just slowing them down. Repositions again. Ends up dying there. But he held that P1 for 30 seconds. Such a good play from Mercules. Just so much value in the map there. Dashy doing a great job kind of holding the hill. Gets taken down there. And again, I just think Hook, once again, in my opinion, just overheats a little bit there. Like, I don't think you necessarily need to push this. And the reason I'm saying that, I don't think this is hindsight. I think this is more like looking at the map. Dashy knows they're all there. We have no one P1. I just think pushing this right now is like not ideal. But as I say that they do get a 2-piece. It's more the fact that Dashy dies, which makes pushing not ideal. But it kind of happened at the same time. So I don't mind it. It's just one of those, you're just putting constant pressure. So yes, it didn't work out, but honestly, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I love what Shotzi does there with the wall bounce. Gets one, Merc gets another, and now they're able to rotate. Pretty flawless P2. Pretty flawless P2 when I would say the pressure was on the most. That P1 was good from them. They go through to have a flawless P2, and then it comes down to a P3 where Optic are able to win the game. So Thieves gets 1, Hook goes through again. And this is what I'm saying. Sometimes, yes, Hook might make a mistake or whatever, but the pressure he brings, you wouldn't want to change that. You wouldn't want him to not do that. Like, I would prefer him doing that and dying sometimes than not doing it. He's just so valuable there. He's so valuable when he pushes up and takes space that I'm absolutely fine with it. 3 down. Shotzi gets a trade there for the 4th. Now they know exactly where they're coming from. He's just going to play his life. And because there's only 10 seconds left, Thieves are forced to basically push through. And this is where Dashy just goes absolutely ham. Absolutely ham here. What's good, Zypher? And he just calls game with a 6-piece, bro. He calls game with a 6-piece. Yeah, Sad. Send me anything you got, bro. Just DM me any confirmed stuff. I'm gonna use your confirmation. If it's a tweet or anything, you can send it, and I'll have it up for tomorrow. Like anything you have. But that's it, man. That was a great game. If you look at the scoreboard as well, everyone kind of did their 25 on both teams. Honestly, it came down to one hill. I think overall, I actually think Thieves' arrows looked pretty good. I think that last P2 was just very, very impressive from the side of Optic. I think Hook, again, with the pacing was incredible. I think Neum had a really good map from the side of Thieves. Just a great game of Hardpoint, man. I think the biggest takeaways from there was, again, pacing. Both teams having incredible pacing, knowing when to be disciplined and play your life, when to take routes. Just a really, really good map from both teams.